Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to make these fabric jhumkas. The materials required are, first is the fabric. I'm using a kalamkari piece. You can try this with any other fabric like cotton or silk or the remaining pieces of your salwar and blouse. And cut the fabric into a square piece like this and keep it ready. Next you need the jhumka base, some beads. I'm using silver beads because my jhumka is going to be of a silver base. Some bead caps, some jump rings to connect the jhumkas, some nose pins, and the stud base. You get these stud bases in different designs. You can get it in a silver base, gold base. It's our choice. Next you have these silk threads to match your cloth. This is for the decorative purpose, or you can use ready-made ropes that you get, decorative ropes or laces, and the regular jewelry making tools, the cutter, the plier and scissors, the fabric glue, and a cardboard like this to wrap the silk thread. Let's get started. First, place the fabric where the wrong side is facing out. Apply some fabric glue on the jhumka base, that is at the edges. Place the jhumka base inverted on the fabric and try to hold the fabric together so that it sticks to the base. Hold it tightly and make sure there are no wrinkles on the fabric for a neat finish. You can actually twist the fabric so that it is nicely stuck to the base, so that the fabric gets glued to the base nicely, and secure it with a thread. You can use any thread. Wind it tightly, make sure there are no wrinkles, and allow it to dry. The more you tightly tie it, the more the fabric will be nicely glued onto the base. And just give a tap so that the fabric glue is spread on the fabric. My jhumka base is getting dried. In the meantime, let's make the decorations. Instead of these ready-made ropes, you can use silk thread. This decoration is something which we can make it by ourselves. I'm going to wrap the silk thread in a piece of cardboard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a braid or a plait out of the silk thread. I'm using 10 strands of silk thread. You can use even 20 strands if you want the braid to be thicker. I'm going to make bunches of silk threads, and I'm going to braid it together. Apply a little bit of glue on the silk thread so that when you cut the thread it comes as a bunch. Just allow it to dry for a minute or so. You can see that I have made many wraps like this and I've kept it ready. Now when you cut this bunch, make sure that you cut at the point where you applied the glue. Say I applied the glue at this point, so I'm cutting it there. So you get the silk threads as a bunch. Now I have 3 bunches of these silk threads ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a plait, or I'm going to braid these bunches. Hold the 3 bunches together first. Apply a little bit of fabric glue at the edges. And use a clip to hold it together. I am using this paper clip so that I can hold it together, and attach this to some solid surface so that you can braid it easily, or you can ask someone to help you with that. And just like a regular braid, just make a plait out of it. If you want it to be thicker, you can use 20 strands of silk thread. This is just a decoration which we are doing it with the silk thread which we have at home. It is an alternative to the ready-made ropes that you get. The choice is ours. You can include gold threads while you're braiding, or you can use multicolor threads. This is for the decorative purpose, so it's your choice. Now the Jhumka base is dried. I'm going to unwind the thread and I'm going to cut the excess fabric. Use a sharp scissors and cut off the excess fabric, because it's going to be thicker at the middle and this might damage or take off your fabric from the base, so be careful. Open the cloth and trim off the excess fabric. Make sure there is around half an inch of fabric which is sticking out of the base. Make a few slits in the fabric so that when you push the fabric inside and stick it, it would be easier. And all that I'm going to do is apply glue in the Jhumka base and stick the fabric like this. Okay, now let me apply the glue. Apply a generous amount of glue because the fabric has to be stuck good. On the inner sides of the Jhumka base you apply glue, and now press the fabric tightly and stick it to the base. Hold it for few seconds and now take a round piece of fabric. The diameter should be the base of the Jhumka base. Fold it into half and again fold it into another half, and I'll show it again. Fold it into half and another half and cut at the tips so that it forms a hole in the center, and through the hole slit the fabric, and this piece you're going to stick on to the inner side for a neat finishing. Because the fabric looks odd, we are going to give a neat finishing. Apply glue on the inner sides of the Jhumka base and place this fabric on the inner side and stick it. Now this gives a neat finishing and it doesn't look odd. Okay, now it's dried and ready, and now to decorate it I'm going to use the ready-made ropes and the braided ropes that I made. Make sure you cut the ropes according to the diameter of the base and keep it ready, and apply some glue at the tips so that the ropes don't get the ropes don't open and it is secured. You can use stone chains like these, it's your choice. Apply some glue on top of the fabric at the edges and stick the decorative things which you want. I'm going to stick the ropes. First I'm going to stick the ready-made rope which you get. Stick it on the edges and the next layer I'm going to stick the braided rope. Hold it for few seconds because it might not stick immediately, but if you hold it for few seconds it will get stuck tightly. And now I'm going to stick another layer of this braided rope. And make sure you apply some fabric glue at the edges before you cut the rope. I've already applied some glue, and at this point I'm going to cut. This will secure the braid and it will not open out. And let it dry. My jhumka bases are ready. And now I'll show you how to fix the stud base. Pierce at the tip with the needle so that the nose pin can easily come out. First thing is apply a bead cap at the bottom. This is because the jhumka base usually has a bigger hole and the nose pin might come out, so I always secure it with a bead cap at the base. And now apply another bead cap on the top. You can apply some glue and stick the bead cap also. Add the bead and cut the excess nose pin length. Just leave the nose pin till you want, just to make a loop, and cut the excess nose pin. And now bend the nose pin to form a loop. First bend it in the opposite direction and hold it with a plier, a nose plier. And now bend again in the opposite direction to which you first bent. This gives a perfect loop. And before you finish it or close it, add the stud base and then you can secure it. Add the stud base and finish the loop. Close it tighter and press it tightly so that the stud base doesn't come out. Okay, and now my jhumkas are ready. Try this jhumka and see how it comes. Try this with as many different fabrics you like. Hit the like button if you like the video, and also subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you, friends.